Hi, everyone. Welcome back for our next daily language review corrections. We are working on week 2, day 1 corrections. And Mrs. Schmidt and I want you to know that the purpose of these exercises is to help you really focus in on some of these grammar mistakes or punctuation errors or capitalization errors that you're making in your writing and in your daily journal, but you're not realizing it. We really feel like you know all of these grammar rules, but we really don't think you're focusing on it. So we're hoping that this activity is going to help you focus on it a little more. And then pretty soon it becomes second nature and you're not even going to have to think about it too much. So that is our hope for you. So let's go ahead with number 1. 1 and 2, you're going to write the sentences correctly, making sure that you look for capitalization, punctuation, grammar errors, spelling errors, that sort of thing. So number 1 says, Jasmine heard a strange noise, but she began to worry. So we need to first address this heard. Heard is not a word, but the word is actually heard. So Jasmine heard a strange noise, but she began to worry. Begin is not a word either, and then begin is in present tense, and so you couldn't even have begin there because heard is in past tense. So the best way to say that is began. So if you wrote began, you are exactly correct. Please make those changes. So let's make sure it makes sense. Jasmine heard a strange noise, but she began to worry. Now, the next thing is but. But shows a contrast. And a strange noise would worry you. So it is kind of adding on to it instead. So there is a better conjunction than but for this one, because that's not a contrast. We're adding an idea on. And when you add an idea on, you add you use the conjunction and. Now there's one more error, and that's a comma. We need a comma in this sentence. And the reason being is that this is what we call a compound sentence. These are two complete sentences that are joined together with a conjunction. Jasmine heard a strange noise is a sentence that could stand on its own. She began to worry is a sentence that stands on its own because it has a subject, a verb. She began to worry. Jasmine heard a strange noise. So in that case, that is when we will use a comma before the conjunction. So after noise, oops, let me get my drawing tool. So after noise and before and, there should be a comma because of the compound sentence. So this is how your sentence should read. Jasmine heard a strange noise, comma, and she began to worry. And we do want you to write out the sentences because we want you to get used to feeling and knowing what a complete sentence that is totally accurate looks and feels like. Okay. Those are all the corrections we need for number 1. Number 2. She followed the sound through the house or into the backyard. So the first error that sticks out is a spelling error. Followed actually has 2 L's in it. F-O-L-L-O-W-E-D. Good. The next error that stands out is the comma. You remember how we use a comma before the conjunction, but only if it's in between 2 complete sentences. She followed the sound through the house is a complete sentence. Into the backyard is missing a subject and a verb. So there is no comma here. So I'm etching out the comma. Now the last one is the conjunction. Or means a choice. She either followed the sound through the house or into the backyard. In this case, she followed them both places. She went through the house and then she also went into the backyard. So in this case, the proper conjunction is and again, because we're adding on more information. She didn't either go to the house or the backyard. She went to both. So here is our sentence. It should be, she followed the sound through the house and into the backyard, period. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Number 3, write the missing interjection. Remember, an interjection shows feelings, and it's like just a lot of times it's just one word. So in this case, they have hush, sorry, aha. So we have to put one of those in this sentence. My favorite way to figure out is by reading each one in the sentence. Hush, she laughed when she figured out what the noise was. Well, yeah, if she's laughing, she's probably not asking someone to be quiet, right? Sorry, she laughed when she figured out what the noise was. Aha, she laughed when she figured out what the noise was. The best one is aha, because when you discover something new or you figure out a problem, you say, aha, I've got it. So aha is the best interjection. Okay, rewrite the underlined part to put the words in the best order. Number 4 says she discovered that the sound was coming from a wooden squeaky gate. It says put the underlined words in the best order. You do not need to write the whole sentence for this one, just those 3 words. So, wooden squeaky gate, squeaky wooden gate. One of those should sound better to you, and I'm hoping that you agree that squeaky wooden gate sounds less awkward. You want to put the description of the gate before like any sound it makes. So it's a wooden gate or a brass gate, but then the squeaky would come before that. So squeaky wooden gate. Okay, hope this helps, and I'll see you back next time for the next episode of the Daily Language Review. All right, see you then.